scream bravo. Also, if you didn't know, this is called the show.
Hi everybody, it's Paul from Gold Gauntlet Comics. Hope everybody's doing well today. Just doing this video to say thank you to some of the YouTubers that inspired me to pick up the camera, a la my cell phone, and start recording myself. A couple of them even inspired me to push forward with starting my own business. So without further ado, let's start going over some of these. This may be a long video, but I think it's worth it. Okay, first up we have Sweetcast. Sweetcast is Clint Stoker. He is amazing. He is a comic book writer. He started out with this channel to promote his comic, and he's finding out that he really loves doing it. I feel he has one of the most fairest views on YouTube in regards to comics. He's well spoken, well written, and I just really appreciate him. Make sure you check out his book Downcast. Next up is Comic Book Palace. This one inspired me to move forward with my store. They show that it still can be done. It's a day-to-day chronicle of a comic book store called Comic Book Palace up in Massachusetts. They also do reviews on here. Shop owner is Glenn. He's funny, full of hot air, but just a great owner, and he takes good care of his customers. He is opinionated about his books, but that's what's cool about it. Next up, we have my friend Old Man Comics, also known as Ingleton. I always say it wrong. Sorry, man. He's here in Florida. He does reviews. He just does all kinds of interesting content. Like as you see here, he has the best of Jack Kirby book covers. Comic books were better in the 1960s, discovering new older comics history of comics. He's got great content, always has. I've been watching him pretty much since I started watching comic book videos. Terrific guy. I love his content. I always hop on his live streams. Just really wise about comic books. Now this next one is called I Love Comics. Same gentleman. I showed both channels because I think that he's trying to migrate over to Old Man Comics. You find pretty much the same kind of content on both channels, reviews, commentary, just excellent. Next up, I probably have one of the most polarizing channels I watch, Comics Matter with your boy Zach. This has been an interesting ride. He's another one that I've been watching since I started watching comic book YouTubers. How to describe Zach? He used to be known as Diversity in Comics. Basically, because I have an Ingleton and a couple other people I'm going to show on here, a group started called Comicsgate. And what they did is they criticized comics and what was wrong with comics today, and the attack by SJWs on comics. Zach was very polarizing. He got the irk of quite a few creators, and they went after him. But what's developed since I've been watching him, it's almost been like a story coming out. Basically, they said, well, if you can do better, go and do better. Well, Zach being an artist and into comics, he went ahead and crowdfunded his own comic, did massive on it, and is starting to get ready to, I think, his third or second comic. Well, as the story progresses, a comic book creator by the name of Mark Waid decided to slander him to a publication, and Zach's like, you know what? I'm not putting up with this. I'm taking you to court. So now he's in the middle of a court battle. Not so much for slander, but I can't remember the word for it. Basically interfering with a business contract between two businesses. So very good, but like I said, very polarizing. In fact, I'm expecting maybe to get some comments about me putting him on here. He's got a group of trolls that follow him, but that's okay. I'll deal with it. Just a reminder, I am a free speech type of channel. However, if you violate YouTube code of conduct, I will remove your comment. That includes swearing, slandering, racism. I'm not going to have it on here. So just a reminder of that. Other than that, if you got some criticisms, bring it up. Next up, I have Comic Tom 101. This gentleman is amazing. He's got such energy. Excuse me here. Let me get that off of here. He has a service he calls a mystery mail call, where they send out comics to people every month. It's like mystery boxes. He also does reviews, does a top 10 hottest comic books, just different commentary. I've been watching him for a while now, and I really enjoy his content. I watch him for the enthusiasm to, get myself motivated. Plus, I like his content. This gentleman is the first that I watched, Douglas Ernst. Douglas Ernst is a professional journalist. Does great content, great enunciation, great arguments. Probably one of my favorite videos that motivated me from him, that really pushed me over the edge, was his Paul Revere video, where he talked about everybody getting out there and making their videos about comic books and speaking up about what's going on in the comic book industry. Just an amazing, amazing person. He just came out with his own book called Soul Finders. He wrote it, crowdfunded it. If you get a chance, please check this gentleman out. He is really a great oratory. Hope I have the right word there. Orator. And I really try to emulate how he does things. I like how he does it. And if I'm not there yet, I will get there. It's my friend Reggie from Reggie Collects. What I like about Reggie and what motivated me to do my channel do my channel the way I do it is his style. I like that he covers all different kinds of subjects, from dry cleaning to pressing your comics to commentary to CGC to how to grade. He is a well-rounded source for education in comics. As you see, it says your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder. It's just Reggie Collects now, but he is a professional bodybuilder. So also another great orator, enunciates terrific enunciation, correct English, which sometimes I'm lacking, as you can see. But I really enjoy his station. Arkham Comics Las Vegas. Been watching this gentleman for a while as well. He's out in Las Vegas. He has opened up his own is going to open up his own comic book store again, called Arkham Comics. Every week, he basically on a new comic book day, he pulls out where he's got the local comic book store and goes over it with you, just shows you the covers. I like him because he's real. One of those things that he says, I've said a couple times, I caught myself, is if you don't like it, that's your problem, or something to that extent. I love his attitude. 64-page special. Found this gentleman on Instagram. What I like about him is videos are short, sweet, and to the point. What I also like is his voice. He always sounds like he's a professional voiceover person or a radio guy. Just fascinating. And I like his sense of humor. Tremendous sense of humor. Great comics. Different topics. As you can see on here, like flea market finds. He shows you different contests he's entered. Just a really, really great YouTuber. Tomic Drake, the king of comics. A lot of great stuff here where he talks about just different themes with comic books, like the history of comics, the history of characters, variety of different things going on here. Very knowledgeable. I've been watching him for a while as well. Joe Ryan Comics. He covers comics, movies, TV, toys, as you can see. I like his hauls. I like what comics to buy. I like his personality overall on the web, or on the web, his videos. Just a great personality, great guy to watch. Another one that's really good at enunciation and putting himself across. His hauls are just legendary. He also does a special with what comics to buy every week. So really, really educational. Next up, you have Jim Lee, legendary artist, writer for everybody from Marvel, helped found Image Comics back in the day, DC. I think he's currently at DC. Once again, this is more inspirational. I love watching him. He basically draws and commentates while he draws. As you can see here, you've got a couple of different things going on, like Blue Beetle, Wonder Woman, Witcher. It's just a real neat channel to watch, and it's really neat because Jim Lee is a genius, an artistic genius, and it's neat to see his process and watch him do it. It's very motivational, even for making YouTube videos. Thor Talk. Been watching this gentleman for a while as well. Everything Thor you need to know. Okay? Everything. You got something with Thor, you'll find it on his channel. I mean, for instance, look at this. Thor kills Captain America, Hulk, and Wolverine. Spider-Man is not worthy of Milnor. Or Meow Meow, as they like to say. So, he's got some great stuff on this channel. Long Box Love Affair. Hauls. First key appearances. CGC results. All kinds of different things going on with Long Box Love Affair. Really like his videos as well. And last, but certainly not least, Lords of the Long Box. My boy from the West Coast liked him because he mixes in music with the comics. He's always up to date. He's got like some real top secret sources at the publishers. So he's very interesting to watch. They go over just current information on comic books, does haul videos. Really a great, great YouTuber. Been enjoying him for a while. So all these links are going to be in the description of the video. Thank you so much for taking time to watch this. I hope you'll check some of them out. I hope you'll find them as inspirational as I did and motivating as I did. Like I said, these are the guys that brought me up to this show, brought me to the YouTube by motivating me. And inspiring me and showing me that I can pick up the camera and I can do it. Some of them for different reasons than the other. Maybe as small as, I want to enunciate like that guy, or I want to talk like that guy, or I want to have a full channel where I cover a little bit of everything like Reggie. Thank you for subscribing. If you've subscribed, thank you for liking. If you haven't, please do subscribe and like. Also, please feel free to share. I always have content coming out, and I hope you have a great day.